Hey Leo, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Doing well. Sorry about that. I apologize. When I turn on my camera, it's like popcorny. So I apologize for that.
Popcorny?
It's like really staticky, and it's like a lot of popcorn. I turn on my camera.
Okay. All right. You mentioned you wanted to talk about mergers and acquisitions.
Yes, yes. I'm actually just now getting involved in that industry. And but so I just need assistance in that as far as what are your thoughts? Because I'm interested in bookkeeping business too, because I watch your videos on TikTok.
Okay.
And bookkeeping really grabbed my attention here. So, do you think I should start a booking or try to acquire one? What are your thoughts on that?
Um, well, we sometimes we talk about acquiring, baby boomer businesses that want to retire.
Yes,
But as Trump said one time, that sometimes getting a building and renovating it is more work than actually demolishing it and starting from scratch. So when you're buying a business, you're buying their problems. Sometimes
right.
you're buying shitty employees. So how are you going to deal with that? How are you going to deal with poor company culture and stuff like that? So sometimes it's easier to start from scratch with the right branding and differentiation to create that unfair advantage, right?
Yes, yes. Because
Unless you're
right
going to
now,
buy a company that's been around for 40 years and has 1,000 clients, well, now you're buying, a client list. You're buying contracts.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because right now, I'm reading a lot about mergers and acquisition and private equity, and that's the thing right now is buying baby boomer businesses. But yeah, that's a good point that you made. I don't want to buy somebody's problems. I don't want to buy someone's lemon. Huh? So
Right. Do you have a
yeah.
lot of money behind you to be buying companies?
No, I know I have a lot of partners. I have some guys that with deep pockets, but I've heard there's multiple ways that you could purchase businesses, creative financing, things of that nature. So, but I do have a lot of people that's willing to pay me to find businesses.
Okay.
So,
But you still need quite a bit of money. Even if you get the business for zero capital out of pocket, you still
right,
have to, design the business blueprint. You have to fire people, hire new people, create an aggressive marketing system, hire a marketing department, a sales department. Because a lot of times those don't exist,
right,
right? So
right.
you still need money.
Okay, okay. So, in your opinion, you think it's better to start a business most time, right?
Well, let's use the bookkeeping business as an example. The reason why it's a business in the box, we've been promoting that business now for 12 years,
Yes.
right? We've been building credibility. We're attracting people with the index site. So it's about creating the unfair advantage, and eventually we're going to have 1,000 people all using the same branding, the same website, and that's going to create a huge dominance and to grab market share, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
So how can if I decide to tap into that business, how can you help me create an unfair advantage? Like what do you
well, the
suggest?
unfair advantage has been created already. We just need to execute, right?
Okay.
Where do you live?
Right now I'm in Georgia,
In Georgia. What part of Georgia?
Alpharetta, Georgia.
Okay.
But I'm back and forth from Florida to Georgia, Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Alpharetta, Georgia.
Okay. Well, what I would suggest is we start, creating a landing page
Okay.
with both those areas if you want to have teams in both of those areas. Because even though we hire people in the Philippines to do the actual work, you need
Oh, really?
supervisors, right? You need supervisors to visit the client, whether it's salespeople or project managers. They should visit the clients at least on a quarterly basis, right?
Okay.
Because each time they visit the client, they should be able to upsell, right? And
Gotcha.
the reason why I liked a bookkeeping business so much is because when you're using trusted circles, you're building a client for life,
Right. You could
right?
cross sell
So
them.
yeah, and the client, as long as you're producing results, as long as you're double or tripling their profit, why would they go anywhere else, right? Because
Yeah.
most bookkeepers only put numbers in boxes. That's not what businesses need, right?
Right.
And when I say a trusted circle, I'm talking about, you know, combining the bookkeeping business with a management consultant like myself, with a marketing expert, with a pay-per-click expert, with a culture expert, and so on. But they're paying, instead of paying $1,000 a month, they're paying $1,500 a month. But $1,000 a month only puts numbers in boxes, right? For $1,500
Gotcha.
a month, they're actually, doubling and tripling their net profit, right? So the value that they're getting from $1,500 a month is night and day compared to what they're paying at $1,000 a month.
Right. Right. That makes sense. Now, because I was thinking about taking a course in booking, but
No,
you wouldn't
don't.
suggest.
No,
Really?
no, because it's going to disqualify you.
If I take a course in booking? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You haven't watched enough of my videos.
Yeah. No, I haven't. I just stumbled across them like last week.
Yeah.
So, but you said
Let me turn the tables here.
okay.
Let's say I've been painting for 40 years,
All
and I
right.
say, Brian, I'm the best painter in North America. Can you help me start a painting business? What would your answer be if you were Leo?
No, because I don't want you to be competition.
No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Because if I'm comfortable painting, right, I'm going to pick up a brush and I'm going to be painting every day,
Right.
right? Who's going to be the CEO? Who's going to be
Oh,
running this company,
right. That is
right?
true. Yeah.
Because if you're comfortable with bookkeeping, guess what you're going to be doing? You're going to be in the trenches,
But
putting numbers in boxes. Who's running the company?
right. It's gonna be someone else.
Well, no, it's
Nobody.
going to be nobody usually,
Right.
right? And that's why it takes companies, 5 to 40 years to do what they could have done in 3 months had they had the right leadership and the right advisors.
Okay. So you're saying outsource the work to Philippines while I run the business and
Yeah, yeah. You're playing golf with the business owner or the real estate agent or the interior designer or the architect who's going to bring in, or the lawyer who's going to bring in, $2 million worth of business. So
right.
what's more important, you putting numbers in boxes and making $1,000 a month for that client, or bringing in clients that are going to bring in $2 million?
Yeah, bringing in clients. It's gonna bring in a lot more money. That makes more sense.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
I don't know anything about bookkeeping. So who would check these people from
The
Philippines? And
supervisors, the project managers, you're going to hire qualified, well-trained people. You're going to train them better, or your supervisors are going to train them better.
okay, okay, okay. I like it. I like it. So how much is your fee, Leo?
Well, the dealership fee is $5,000 a year.
Okay, and what does that consist of?
It gives you the right to use Wow Ledger Lion um, as a brand name, the name we've been promoting for the last 12 years.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. I'm just taking some notes. Okay, and you're in Canada, correct?
I'm in Toronto, yes.
Right. Okay, okay. I just want to make sure that the assistants there if I need them. If I have any questions, someone's there to assist me.
Yeah,
So,
I used to average 5 flights a week, so
uh,
I'm only as far away as a Zoom call, right?
yeah. Okay. And this, I know we're using the name here. So there's people already in place for the business, or
Well, we are training some dealers to take over certain areas. We don't want you. I mean, you can do business with anyone in North America or in the US, right? Because the laws are kind of different in Canada than in
Yeah.
US. But technically, you could, service a client anywhere in North America.
Right.
But the problem with that is we want to be able to sit down and have lunch with that client and say, hey, what's really the problem? What's really going on with your business, right? You need to have that personal relationship, or your people need to have a personal relationship with them, right?
Yeah.
Where they can confide in you and say, I have no idea what my numbers are, or my taxes are 5 years in arrears, right? And we have subcontractors until you're ready to hire teams. We have subcontractors that will do the work. So let's say you start as a dealer in those two areas we talked about, or one area that we talked about, but you don't want to launch the company until 25, 26, or 27, right? You just create the leads and sub it out to the subcontractor, and the subcontractor will pay you 30%. So 30% of $1,000 or 30% of $1,500 for just creating the lead, right, is a pretty good income, and you don't have to do anything aside from creating that lead.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Right. Then when
So,
you have, let's say, 20 clients, and you say, okay, I'm ready to do my own team. We're going to end the contract with the subcontractor. I'm going to my people are going to take over these clients in January of 25, and, we're going to deal with them, with those clients.
okay. Now, if I wanted to sell my business, how would I go about doing that? Or
Well, you sell the dealership. It's just like a franchise.
franchise?
Uh,
Gotcha. I was just about to say that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. When can I start? I mean, like when can we start? If I were to pay sometime this week, when would be the next time to start or get training?
Well, we would start with mentoring, group mentoring, and individual mentoring on a weekly basis, because there's certain things that you need to do before you actually start. What's the most important part of any business, right?
Plan.
Sorry?
A plan. You need a game plan. You need a business
Yeah,
plan. Right?
yeah, you need a business blueprint, but what's even more important than a business blueprint?
You need money, right?
Yeah, most people can get a $50,000 line of credit, and that's generally enough to start. No, even more important than that, it's trust, right?
Trust. Okay.
Trust. People need to know who you are, and you're going to deliver on your promise, right? And, that's what we help you. And that's why we started a company 12 years ago, to develop that trust, right?
Okay. So
To build
and
the
your name. So
credibility.
people are. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like the fact that you guys are, you know, a trustworthy brand. Right? So people are really familiar with the brand, right?
Well, yeah, well, we're working on it. Not everybody
Okay.
knows the brand yet, but obviously we promote it to business owners. We promote it to groups. I run a group, Facebook group with 338,000 business owners.
Wow.
So we're getting the name out there, but it's slow. But we create we create content where we talk about other businesses, that are struggling to make profit. They're, working very hard and produce $10 million produce $100,000 a month in
Wow.
revenue, but have nothing left over, right? Then people can identify with that. They say, well, I'm not making 100,000, but I'm making 20,000 a month and I have nothing left over. Well, here's what's happening, right? We need to look at your books. We need to see your profit leaks. We create these conversations so people feel comfortable saying, yeah, I have the same problem, right?
Wow. How could you make 1.2 a year and still not see any profits? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it happens a lot. You'd be surprised, because most people, they start by working with their hands, right?
Right.
I'm a good painter. I can install kitchen cabinets, right? So that means I can start a business. No, no, it does not mean that. It does not mean that, because that's why there's a 96% failure rate in business. 96% of companies go bankrupt, right?
Right.
And that's what I want to do with a bookkeeping business is create strategies, give these companies real systems, real strategies that have been proven to work. Now they're seeing their profit leaks go back into their company, and now they're actually starting to make money. We can hire good people because now the company is actually making good money, right? So,
Right.
and when they see this and and they give you an emotional video testimonial, that one video testimonial will land you 10 clients, right?
Yep.
So,
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a real strategy. We've been testing these strategy index sites now for more than what 18, 20 years. We started with a moving company, right? Watch those videos where we talk about the moving company. We created an index site, and now the that gentleman is super wealthy because he got all the not all, but he got a lot of moving companies working for him,
Okay.
right?
Wow. I like it. I like it. All right. All right. Leo. So you want to
So
swing back, right?
so there's basically three different ways we can start. You can start with a group coaching, which is $44 a month. Individual coaching is $500 a month. Or you can say, Leo, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's dive into this. Let's start working on this. And I'll send you the link for the um, um, what do you call it? I'm drawing a blank now, where you become the dealership. Then we start the training, we start physically working. I'm assuming you have a job.
Yes, I do.
Okay, what do you do?
I work at a vitamin shop. I'm a manager there, regional manager.
A vitamin shop. Okay. And you have a good salary? Do you have a pension? Do you have benefits?
Yeah, yeah. I make about 80 a year.
Okay. So I would suggest you keep that job as long as possible. Then when you double your salary in the bookkeeping business, then you might want to consider jumping over. But you want to see a proven strategy before you jump over.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think it's hard, like as far as clients, like is it a tough sell when you're trying to win these businesses over? You know, is it a
No, it's not a tough sell, but sometimes they say, well, let me end the year before we can contemplate moving to a different bookkeeper. But generally, there's no contracts, right? It's fear that prevents them, right? But when they see enough content saying, hey, we brought this company was behind, for 5 years, didn't pay our taxes for 5 years. We worked with a tax strategy lawyer to negotiate with IRS to put them on the payment plan. We brought their books up to date. We're helping them with an aggressive marketing system to make sure they're attracting profitable clients. And you do all those steps, and you show this is exactly how we're going to do it for you, and create a strategy so they can actually sleep at night. It becomes a no-brainer. You want to create a situation where it's a no-brainer. Well, my bookkeeper or accountant's not doing this. So yeah, maybe I should try this. The other thing we were contemplating is say, hey, we'll work for you for free for 30 days. If you like the work, pay us. If you don't, we'll move on to another client.
okay?
So that's another strategy, right? Especially for the companies that are behind and that and don't look at their numbers until the end of the year. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Most
crazy.
most small companies don't know if they're profitable or not until the end of the year. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's ludicrous.
Yeah,
It's like, getting on the bus, getting on the driver's seat, turning on the ignition, then putting on the blindfold and going
yeah,
at highway speeds.
yeah. You're gonna die. You're eventually
Yeah.
gonna crash.
Yeah. Eventually you're going to hit a tree.
Yep, yep. Um, that makes sense. I like it, Leo. Let's do the middle one. I like the one-on-one training. I think that'll be better. So it'll
Okay.
be one-on-one with you.
Yes. Once a week, pick a time and we can talk strategies. Generally, I mean, generally, one of the first things we start, we create a skills and asset inventory spreadsheet. Then we create another spreadsheet to compare 10 different businesses together. But generally, after doing all that, most people end up with a bookkeeping business. It sounds like you're already there. Okay.
Well, I'm brainstorming. There's a lot of things. I like the medical field. I'm just all over the place. I'm looking at things that are recession proof.
Well, bookkeeping is recession proof. No matter what happens in the market, companies still need to do their taxes, still need to prepare, figure out where their profit leaks are. Bookkeeping is not going to go away. I mean, we're going to be using artificial intelligence to help us, but the trusted circle strategy is not going away.
Okay, yeah, that's another thing. Do you think AI is going to wipe out this business?
Not wipe out, it's going to enhance.
Can enhance? Okay.
Oh yeah. Some of the people are gonna, fall out because they're self-taught. Most bookkeepers are self-taught, so they have no idea what they're doing, right? And that's why it's going to be easy to take market share. But if we
Good.
start using artificial intelligence, just like we're using people in the Philippines, to do the same work or better, or reduce our costs and increase our margins, right? That's why, when using a subcontractor, they're going to pay you 30% for doing nothing. That's 30% per month, right?
Right.
So, um, I mean, it's literally the easiest business. And keep in mind, I've been analyzing businesses now for 40 years. I've been looking at financials, thousands and thousands of companies. And when I look at thousands and thousands of companies and different industries, and out of all those companies, I pick bookkeeping as the number one, right? There's 40 years of research that you don't have to do,
Mm.
right? I mean, my second choice is a painting company, right? But
Mm.
see, let's compare a painting company with a bookkeeping company. A painting company, the average job is around $5,000. But when you paint someone's house, are they going to need you again next week?
No. Good.
Right? They're done, right? You can get referrals, but they're done. A roofing company, once you do their roof, they're done for 20 years. They don't need you again, right?
Right.
But bookkeeping, you can get $180,000 per client every 10 years, right?
Wow. Wow. 13 years. Wow.
Right. So all you have to do is make sure the client is happy, make sure they're educated, make sure they truly understand their profit leaks, and bring in trusted circle to say, okay, you're really weak at marketing. I'm going to bring in a marketing expert to help me create a strategy for you to implement this, right? You're attracting the wrong clientele, so we're going to do this. Or you're paying too much tax. We're going to be a tax strategy lawyer to create a strategy to minimize your taxes. Everyone pays too much taxes. Everyone, right? And
Right.
there are strategies to minimize those taxes,
Okay. Okay.
especially in
Wow.
the US, more so in the US than in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. They pay a lot in taxes. They
Yeah,
overpay in taxes.
yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Leo, I appreciate how much he in my car.
Okay. So
All right.
next
So
time, use a computer. And that way we can share computer screens.
absolutely.
And I'll send you those links now. Click on the link, pay for it. I'll send you my calendar link. Let's start moving forward.
All right, Leo. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Yes.
All right.
Send to
Take
me.
care,
Yeah.
Brian.
You have my email, of course, right?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, take care.
All right. Bye.